Welcome to my Bioshock Infinite bottom tier playthrough. So the bottom tier playthrough is me beating 1999 mode using the worst weapons and plasmids in the game. Some of them aren't too bad, but they're pretty bad, so here are the weapons I'm allowed to use. The Broadsider, the Burstgun, and the Heater. So if you know anything about Bioshock Infinite, you'll know, well, you'll already be aware of like how bad these weapons are, but this pistol, the Broadsider, is more or less a pea shooter that deals low damage, and as you approach the mid and end game, it becomes really weak. So it's going to be the main weapon I'm using. The Heater has a very low ammo capacity and only has one loaded shot, so it's kind of like a crappy shotgun. That was weird. Alright, and then the Burst Gun is a wildly inaccurate, kind of like bad version of the carbine. So all of those weapons are quite bad. The plasmids I'm allowed to use are Possession, Crows, Murder of Crows, and Undertow. Undertow is definitely the worst out of those. Murder of Crows isn't too bad, but it's definitely much worse than Bucking Bronco and Shock Jockey. All of these vigors cost a lot of salt, so that's like the big downside to them. Alright, so I'm just gonna kill this turret here and continue. So this weapon in particular is bad because of its low damage outputs. That's really what it has working against it. Also, its headshot damage, while not bad, it definitely suffers late game. So I'm more or less going to be using crows to soften enemies up, and then the pistol to kill them, and possibly using the heater at times. Having Possession unlocked allows me to possess machines, which is how I'm going to be using it for the most part, just to get upgrades, to get extra coins. So I'm not going to be really using Possession in combat. I will every now and then, but in combat it's not like one of the strongest abilities, but it's not bad. It could be much better, but it's just, you know. Alright, so this first fight against this fireman could be annoying. So by the end of this, I should be pretty good with this pea shooter here. So we'll see how good we get. So this is part one. This is kind of like the intro video, me just kind of laying out the law of the land. I can get a replica heater pretty quick, but I won't be able to recharge it with, or to like get ammo for it until late game. So I'm basically going to be using one gun until I get to like the halfway point. So that'll be fun. I was thinking about allowing the SMG, but I think the SMG is actually pretty good, so that would make this like probably too easy. Alright, so we're going to deal with this bad boy coming up here.
It's getting hot. What's going on?
It's getting hot. What's going on? So I'm gonna have to really go for headshots. Be good with positioning. Jesus. Alright, he's dead. Alright, so
You only live once.
I'm about to drink this vigor. Carry on in my merry way. Alright. Alright, so that's not allowed to use Devil's Kiss. Just kind of loot. Alright, this part up here actually won't be too bad because I can use, what is it? The plasma I have equipped. Possession on this turret here, so just kind of sneak on by. I'll just let this do all the work for me. Possible. Dang, they killed it. Never mind. Alright, my aim will gradually get better as we go on in this playthrough. So far I'm doing okay on my economy. Luckily for me, the pistol can be upgraded pretty soon, so that'll definitely help me. I'm allowed to use melee attacks too, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Alright, so the blue ribbon. So like the first area change. Just kind of look for some salts, some coins. Just reset before we move on. Some health, whatever. Alright. So this beginning area won't be too bad, but as we get deeper and deeper into the game, especially in this section. Oh yeah, I get all the upgrades. I forgot about that. I just got this game on sale too, which is crazy. So I get all these extra infusions and shit.
Why are you following me?
Which is crazy. I'm just gonna put it in the salts.
Why are you?
So that way it doesn't really help me out too much, at least as far as combats.
Aperitif.
Let's see. Then you have to equip these, whatever. Great, so that'll definitely help. Ammo advantage is crazy. Okay, Ghost Soldier, sure. Alright, just finished looting. So I only have one of the DLCs. I think another one you get more stuff for whatever reason, but I don't know why they would make DLCs make the game easier. I think I can disable this, but then like I have to like disable my DLC. It's just kind of weird. So let's just increase. I'll do one shield, so I don't have like a ton of salts in the beginning. Great.
What was that?
Surprising.
Surprising that it worked.
Surprising that it didn't kill.
All right. The Lettuce Twins gave us our shield. Now we can go on our merry way. Start fighting these boys with some real toys. Alright. Whoa!
Must be magnetized.
I'm surprised these wouldn't like yank your arm off or something. This is like a lot of force. Alright, this actually might be really fun to get all like a bunch of headshots. Like I'm already getting kind of excited. I'm not even gonna pick up a second weapon yet, so I'll just wait. Just kind of just possess a dude at range. Might as well. In this game it's linear, so you might as well make use of your salts when you can. Okay. So you can always do things like this where you hold angles, you're barely peeking out. Might as well possess this for a minute. So that way I can push on through here. Nice. Might as well let them damage it, and I can just hang out and pull them in. Oh, there's no bloom on jumping. That's useful. That's good to know. So I can do things like that. Alright, so far it's kind of fun using the pea shooter. Where's the other turrets? I hear it. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Basic items. Oh, there it is. Alright, I might as well get that one going. Oh shit. I can't even see them over there. Fuck. Oh shit. Alright. This is actually pretty fun so far, but obviously this is the beginning stage where this is a viable weapon. So, We'll see how it ages. Okay, that was an enemy. Or a possessed dude. Okay, great. Alright. That was our first major encounter. Not too bad, not too bad.
Everyone stay calm and lock your doors if you can. The prophet foresaw this day would come, and he is prepared. The
Alright.
answer is not in panic, but in prayer.
So interestingly, you can kind of jump on some of these and there's like items and shit sometimes. Got a hot dog. That was well worth that tip there. If you need a hot dog, you know where to find it. Alright. Let's see what we got going on here. Quality. It'd be cool if you could go over there. I wonder if you can. So there's a secret if you backtrack. It's in that area. You have to get a key from this one place. I'll show you it. This has been covered before, so this isn't anything new, but if you haven't seen it, then we shall go over it. Alright, I badly need some salts. The big downside of possession is that it uses a ton of salts, especially in the beginning.
Expect these poor Negroes to do. How they treat them.
Oh, you're Mr. Do It.
The one they're after. Go. They're looking for you.
Okay, let's see. Health kits. What else we got?
Keep your voice down.
Nothing. Some sleeping people. Can't really make use of that. Here we go, some salts. Got some salts from smoking. Always good. Alright. So we're going to be very sneaky. Alright, so I'm going to be a little aggressive. Oh, did I miss? Ah, there we go. Well, they killed that turret for me, so that helps me in a huge way. Fuck! So the big upside to this weapon is that you can't spam it, but it becomes inaccurate, so at least in a panic I can use it kind of like an SMG. Getting a little messed up here. Okay, he's gone. Alright, so far so good. Making it through some of these fights, taking a little bit of damage, but not too bad. Oh wait, some items in here? Fall prey to his machinations. I love that. Do it for your women folk. You cannot afford to allow him his machinations. What else we got? Some beer. Preston
Guys, I
Downs.
came by the wagon at dawn. Man was just transfixed by my trophy scalps. Asked about the white ones there. I said, well, sir, if your quarry dwells in the jungle and beds down with the local color, why split hairs? Not a chuckle out of him. Either he ain't seen a man go native, or maybe too many. Anyhow, now it's got me
Alright,
hunting down
so
this Daisy
things are going
Fitzroy.
well, I believe.
Hope we don't expect me
Can't
to
go this
steal
way. Alright, we're gonna get the
her.
key, fight some zealots. Kind of make our way through the game with grace and dignity. Alright, let's get these boys. Let's get these good old boys some kind of something to deal with. Alright, not bad. Getting drunk, Killing some dudes at a bar. What could go wrong? About to get a key to get that secret infusion that nobody knows about, except for most people in the game. So the key is coming up. Alright, should be up here somewhere. Oh, yeah, it's to go upstairs, that's right. Let's go upstairs. Get some salt for this big fight. So the main reason I rated Possession as... I think I actually gave it A tier, but in combat I said it was B tier. In combat it's not the best because it just blows through your salts. Like, you're much better off just using Temple Skins. Like, especially in this early section. Oh yeah, that's right, you can't fight this dude yet. Kind of hard to track them all. Alright, so that at least takes care of 2 of them. Luckily, most of these are melee, so... Kind of wait a second, just hang out. Regen a bit. He's upstairs. Where is he upstairs? There he is. Okay, getting a little accurate over time. Obviously, I'm going to have to rely on getting multiple and consistent headshots to drop dudes. Luckily, the pistol ammo is both cheap and kind of abundant in the early to mid game, so I'm going to be relying on that a bit. Alright, here we go. Let's get our infusion. Fantastic. Let's go back and get the other infusion. What's in here? Machine gun. So I'm going to max out salts as soon as I can because I'm going to be blowing through it just to use Possession a lot, so... That's the big downside to it. It just costs so much salt, and then obviously once you upgrade it, it's much more viable in combat, but you pretty much need it to be cheaper in the late game, because if it's not, it would be too expensive to run. Just get one of those. Okay. Fifth one? Must have melee a dude. Dollar bill here. Nice. Alright, so if you didn't know about this, you can backtrack here after you get that key, run back through here, and then what you do is you just run over here. Drop down there. And then in this area, there's some items. So make sure you check everything. Especially if you're doing 1999 mode and this is like your first playthrough on this difficulty. So here's the chest. Some ammo. So there's an infusion. Some health kits, some salts, some coins around, so make sure you check everything. Some guy.
I'm not like the rest. Impressive.
Ooh, I didn't even realize there's a silver bar down here. I think those are worth 50. Alright, this dude's a progressive, so... that means he's gonna join the Vox Populi. That's what a progressive means in this world. Don't worry, I'm gonna help tear down civilization soon. It's fine. It's like, oh, okay, that's basically what I'm doing, so right on, right on. Okay. So we got those infusions. Now we can make our way to the next area. Still don't want to pick that up just because it's not allowed, so we won't. Alright, so some other things that I'm going to be doing. This is like, I don't know why I just said that. I'm like speaking passively. I'm going to be doing some other things on this channel, like some other content. I'm going to be doing some more Guild Wars stuff soon now that I've finished Bioshock Infinite. I do want to get into Doom 2016 and maybe do like weapon tutorials for each one of the weapons. I'll be doing it on the second hardest setting, not the hardest one where you have to not die ever. Like, I'm not going to do the permadeath thing because I just frankly don't have the time to do that. I could do it, it just would take a while to like memorize every level and, you know, build up muscle memory. I just don't want to. I'll still, like, because the one setting is still as hard as it, it's just that you don't have the permadeath, which is, like, if I was younger, I would be all about that, but I don't have that much time, so I don't have enough time to do permadeath shit. Like, I want to do that in Metro, too. Like, I beat Metro Exodus on Ranger Hardcore. Like, I beat all of them on Ranger Hardcore, but I don't want to spend, like, 3 hours trying to beat something, and then if I make one mistake and then die, have to re-beat 3 hours worth of content. That's just, like, a huge time sink. It's cool that people do it, and if you want to do it, great, but I'd rather just beat other games on their hardest setting. So for me personally, I'll just do the second hardest setting on Doom, because I don't want to beat it on the permadeath mode. Just because I don't really enjoy it. Like, Doom isn't... Like, I'm not only going to play Doom, so it'll be okay. Like, it's cool that they have that, though, but I don't like permadeath shit. I like checkpoints every, like, 10 to 20 minutes. If it's over that, it just feels like a pain in the ass when you die. So, I'm just not a fan of that type of format. If it was a checkpoint every 30 minutes, I would do that, but I don't want to get 5 hours into something and make a single mistake and then die. Then have to redo it all. So, I can respect people to do it, though, but that's just not for me. That's like speedrunner type shit. I'm just not into that. Alright, I'm not going to run that. So yeah, I'm going to be doing Doom on the second hardest setting. I'd like to do Metro stuff, like starting with Metro 2033 Remaster, and then do Last Light, and then eventually Exodus, but we'll have to see. Definitely Doom 2016, and then maybe Prey, and then Doom Eternal. So we'll kind of see. That can be fun. Alright, this will be a fun fight. I think you can jump down here, can't you? Oh, okay. That makes it a lot easier. Dang. I suppose you can always just sprint away from these. Seems like jumping down here really fucks with its padding in a meaningful way. Did I just break this fight by just dropping down here? So that's quite hilarious to me. Whoa, bird boy, get the back the fuck up. Might run out of ammo. I'm like not careful. Oh, this gets me my first, well, my second vigor. Gets me bird boy vigor. Cool. Nice. A pretty viable combat vigor. Fantastic. 5 o'clock. Not bad. Alright, we'll skip this. Fantastic. Alright, our first major upgrade. This is much better than Possession in combat. Okay. So these beginning levels aren't going to be too hard, but it's definitely going to get harder as it goes. I'll just take that. Alright, so I'll say that's the end of part 1 for now. I think we got a pretty good start. Obviously, it's going to get much harder from here, especially as we go into like Soldier's Field, but I should be able to use the heater replica to deal with like fat enemies. Obviously, Crows isn't the best against like machines, so I'll have to use Possession for machines, but it's going to be pretty hard to kill motorized Patriots until I get Undertow, which is near the end of the game, so I have some milestones to hit. Thanks for checking this out, and I'll see you in part 2.